Tigers.
Hey all, welcome to another episode of Rugby League Outlaws, brought to you by our good friends at Top Sport, onelittlefootyfan.com.au and the Stubby Club. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Dan,
Welcome back, Terry.
footy is back.
Footy's back. Terry's back. Footy's back. My life is complete once again.
I know, I was nearly dead last week. It
Yeah,
was
really bad.
awful, yeah.
I heard. I didn't check in because I didn't really care.
Yeah, you
but
don't care,
Glad
yeah.
to see you back.
No, but I'm glad I took a week off to refresh myself for the footy. What a weekend.
What a weekend.
I've missed this.
Look, me too.
Thursday through Sunday, I didn't have to talk to the kids. I didn't even know if they were there or not.
Doesn't matter.
Do I have kids?
Probably.
But it was great.
You know what we do have?
Well, we have rugby league. We do. And Thursday
So
night,
professional.
I loved it.
Oh, me too. Because one, there was some great football, and two, the Tigers got belted.
Look,
All's we heard,
Yeah.
Terry.
all pre-season is just how much depth the Tigers have.
Best kids in rugby league.
And their depth ran out against the New Zealand Warriors. Everyone's tipped for the wooden spoon and got pantsed.
They did. Luke Metcalf went ballistic. He's a good get.
Yeah, he is a good guy. He's a really good guy.
Well, I couldn't name any other player in that Warriors outfit, and they all scored a try.
Look, if that's what the Tigers are relying on when there's an injury, because they've got a lot of injury-prone players, not for me.
No, absolutely not for me. The weekend as a whole, though, I got to admit, I bagged this pre-season tournament for months, and I'm still gonna because it's ridiculous. But how good is televised trial football?
How good is it, though, that the Tigers are about to get another wooden spoon?
Yeah, it's just... What I want to quickly point out before we break the games down, though, is that the Tigers lost to the Warriors. Just want to put that rather than the Warriors beat the Tigers by 1,000. And yet the Warriors sit on less points than Manly, who won by like 4 points. It's a ridiculous system, but as long as we win it and the Tigers finish last, well, it's not the love.
Bonus points, baby.
Bonus points. I do like the bonus points for the tries because at 24-8 or whatever it was at halftime, the Tigers again, you tend to just take your players off and think, whatever. But now you want to score tries, one, because it's funny, and two, because there's $100,000 on the line. I still don't take it very seriously.
I don't take it seriously, but it was like, it's the old Super 12 rugby. You score X amount of tries, you win by X amount of points. I like to say the line breaks, offloads. It's just throw the footy around.
It's fun.
I mean, look, the Sharks didn't have the bonus point until right at the end when the Knights tried a chip, so Cronulla did one back, and ours was better.
Brilliant thinking from Yohan Atkinson, who could have just kicked the ball to, whatever.
Could have taken a field goal.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. I really liked it. One thing that I haven't heard, though, which is a gripe considering there's $100,000 on the line, no one said anything about the draw. Okay, so Parramatta got a difficult team, whereas the Warriors got to pants the Tigers. Parramatta can feel a little bit aggrieved, perhaps. Mm-hmm. Also, no one would listen because it's a pre-season tournament. But $100,000 on the line, Terry. Plus, St Helens could technically win it. If they beat Penrith 32-30 and got all the bonus points, they can win the NRL pre-season cup.
I hope they do.
Yeah, me too now.
That'd be cool.
But of course, the big game, the Indigenous All-Stars, mate. Nico Hines, man of the match, best player in the world. No one comes close. End of discussion.
Should have been his second one. Should have been his second medal. He should have won it last year.
Yeah, of course he should. And the one before that, even though he didn't play, he's that good.
Yeah, but he had the ball on a string.
He was great.
Yeah.
He was so good.
I kind of thought that he might get a little bit of voter fatigue because Selwyn Cobbo got the hat trick and Cody Walker's last 15 minutes was absolutely insane. But unlike the Dally M or the Clove Churchill medal, these judges actually had a brain.
Yeah, they were watching the football for
They just went, for the first 65 minutes, Nico Hines kept them in the game for enough for these guys to go and win it. So congratulations to him.
Very much. You know what I didn't like? When Nico was playing fullback and Latrell was playing in the line, they had nothing. Mm-hmm. As soon as Nico went into his position and Latrell went into his position, they scored points.
Amazing, isn't it?
Oh, we figured it out.
They figured it out.
What about the Saints versus Saints? That was the other big game.
Yeah, look, St Helens, I know people have turned around and said, they played the Dragons and it wasn't the Dragons' first string team. St Helens literally played 35 players.
Yeah.
They brought their academy out. They brought their mates out.
Yeah, everyone got it.
Yeah, everyone got a run for them. They were really good. This is the thing. It is, yes, the NRL is a superior competition, right? And it's like you know, the NBA versus the NBL, but an NBL team beat an NBA team this year.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen every now and then. And St Helens have a great squad. Alex Walmsley's one of the best forwards in the world. I don't care what anyone says. Lomax is awesome. Mackinson's a Golden Boot winner.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've got a really good... Like, Conrad Harrell, as fat as he is still an incredible player.
Yeah, he played well. Matauti played quite well.
Sione Matauti, he's looking for an NRL gig as well.
Yeah, and he's probably got the skills. I think it was fun. People were looking too much into it, going, so, you know, the Dragons lost. Of course they lose. That's what they do. But
Cronulla lost both their trials in 2016 and went on winning the comp.
It doesn't matter. But this weekend, Penrith put 60 on that team.
Yeah, what they do.
Terry, sorry to steal your thunder, but it's my show now. A couple of weeks ago, I said that one of the new rules that I liked and disliked in equal, so I felt nothing about it, was this new rule where the ball can roll down the wrist and you plant it down. I said it would take a few weeks. It took one pre-season weekend. So we saw two instances across the weekend. The first one for now, for the Sharks, went to put the ball down, came loose, rolled down, try. Under the rules, try. We saw later on in the weekend where a player gripped the ball with his wrist, trying to put the ball down, lost it, rolled down, put it down a metre in front. And we saw people blow up on both occasions.
Yeah.
It took a weekend.
You know what the best thing about it was, though? Today there was a Penrith fan who said, are we going to talk about... And he atted the NRL and the Sharks. And he said, are we going to talk about this put down? And he got absolutely ratioed.
Yeah, by
Us.
right here.
Right here.
Watch the show. We are educational.
Yeah, we literally tell you the new rules before they happen.
Not that hard. But, Terry, a weekend of pre-season football, people...
I'll say this. On first glance, first instance, it looked like Josh Finau scored a try. The front-on view was awful. When they showed the behind view, there was no separation. It just rolled down his hand.
Yeah.
So if they're going to award that consistently, I don't care.
No, I'm
because
completely
it's
fine.
a try.
Yeah, it is a try.
Like, I would be more aggrieved if they took that off Josh Finau.
Yep. But
it's a try.
You cannot grip the ball with your wrist half a metre short of the line. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not a try.
Over the line, I'm okay with it. Short of the line, I know it's semantics, but I don't care. It's again my show. Mm-hmm. Ridiculous.
Whatever.
He gripped it with his wrist.
Dan, some big news today. I know it would have pricked your ears up, but the Cronulla Sharks...
More than my ears, Terry.
The Cronulla Sharks are looking to re-sign Nico Hines for the rest of his career. So talking about extending for another 4 years at about $3.5, $3.6 million. Cheap.
Bargain. Now, I saw some people online say that, no, it's too long. He's had one good season. This guy's the heart.
He nearly won the Dally M, like, playing 10 games.
Yeah, this guy's the heart and soul of Cronulla.
Yeah.
The quote was, he's a god in the Shire. He's better
It's beyond that, yeah.
He is, God is the Nico Hines of the Shire. Yeah. So everything is brilliant. Let's get it done. The post-career stuff I love too, because this guy, he's the face of rugby league. Some Penrith fans will say otherwise, but no one listens to them anyways. He's the best player in the world.
Yeah, he's absolutely unreal, and he's the poster boy of the NRL at the moment. He is a beautiful individual to look at, on and off the field. He is just a quality human. If we can keep him until the day he retires or, you know, earns a big paycheck overseas, I'm fine, as long as that's in like 6 years' time.
Yeah, it comes back. He's our coach.
Yeah, he's...
Fitzy will coach till he's whatever, and then...
Well, we don't know how old Fitz is because he looks 100, but he's probably only 40.
Yeah, look, true. Nico Hines.
Now, with the trials, with the good in the trials comes the bad. Xavier Savage, broken jaw.
8 weeks.
Yeah, and our physio has said anywhere between 6 and 10 weeks. Could be more with complications. And Justin Olam,
fractured arm, I believe, 4 weeks. Going in for surgery today or tomorrow by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
Part and parcel of the game, you can get injured at a birthday party, so you know you can't really. It sucks. It's not a good thing, especially Savage, who Canberra really built around. Yeah, looks like Rapana's going to go to fullback now.
I've seen loads of people turn around saying, "Oh, this is why you shouldn't play your stars in the trial." Okay, so they don't play any games, go into round one completely underdone, and then you'd be online going, "Why did my team get flogged by 40?"
Well, that's smart. Rugby league fans, eh? It's just. It's terrible, but it happens.
Like 2008, Ricky Stewart took his team, who had earned a week off, down south, and Brett Seymour trod on a soccer ball and tore his ACL.
Oh, why? Do you have to remind me of that? That happens.
It happens.
Terry, now something you admitted you didn't see. Mm-hmm. Kalen Ponga's come out, first time since the cubicle incident, a couple of months ago now, that ended his season, unrelated of course. He's come out today after having 6 months to practice what he was going to say and said, I was unwell and, I needed someone else in the toilet to be there. This is ridiculous. He should have said nothing.
Why even talk about it?
6 months he had, and he came up with that.
But so, why even address it?
Yes.
Why talk about it?
It's in the past, I was unwell. Oh, speaking of this year when I'm going to play 5'8", which is a genuine talking point, these guys need better media training.
Yeah,
mate.
if whoever told him to, I didn't see it, and I'm glad I didn't see it, but if someone has told him to step in front of a camera and go, by the way, that time that me and my mate got caught in the dunnies with drinks in our hands as we walked out by security and we're laughing and joking, I was unwell. No.
I was unwell and shouldn't have gone out that night, he said. It was one of those apologies that was like, oh, look, if anyone was offended by this, you're an idiot, but I'm sorry that you're offended.
Yeah.
I'm Kalen Ponga. Just
don't say it.
Newcastle.
Ronan Keating wrote a song about it. Just leave it. Dan.
Talk to me, Terry.
So I'm talking some black, white and blue for the first time this year.
Yo, beauty!
I wasn't here last week, but you and Stegs picked the Sharks at third.
Yeah, we did.
I'm happy with that.
You are,
Right? Yeah, because I picked it.
You wrote it, yeah.
Look, we've got a good squad. Teams around us, we're going to be really competitive again. We'll definitely be in the top four.
Absolutely.
But we had a trial game on the weekend.
We did, yeah.
Let's talk about our depth before we talk about the
Please.
1 to 17, because I saw some stuff on the weekend that makes me maybe think that we could get second, maybe even fight for the minor premiership this year.
Ooh. In what regard, Terry?
Well, in regards to, now I know it was only Newcastle, so you're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
True.
But they ran out with Jaden Brayley, two Saifidis, Jackson Hastings, Tyson Gamble, Heimel Hunt, Fitzgibbon, a whole heap of first grade players. Cronulla had a couple. We had Toby Rudolph, Hamlin Ueli, we had Jack Williams who hadn't played for about 4 years, and Oregon Kafusi on the bench. Wade Graham played 5'8".
Ken McInnes.
Yeah, Teague Wilton showed why he should be. Other than that, that was Newtown.
It was a reserve grade backline, absolutely.
It was. Now, Dan Atkinson had been at the club for 2 weeks. He's a halfback, 5'8" centre, and Fitzy went, you got to play fullback tonight.
Yeah, fair.
Cade Dykes, I don't know if you saw tore his ACL, you got to go and play fullback, was superb. Put down a bomb early, dropped another ball, never let it go to his head. Scored a try, set one up, was absolutely brilliant. His support play was fantastic. But let's talk about, you and I did a podcast, and we talked about all the kids that Fitz had gone out and got. Right. Noe Peru has always had raps on him. We saw it.
Fitz saw it.
Fitz saw it. We saw it on the weekend. Now, a question was asked to us, if you trindle, do you look over your shoulder? Look, not yet. But eventually you probably will, because this kid's he's oozing talent. If he learns to kick a ball, he'll be absolutely fantastic.
I would argue if he comes into first grade this week, though, Nico's the kicker, not a problem. But yes.
Kale Lero. Now, a little bit questionable in defence.
That is the knock.
Thought he was fantastic.
Oh, fantastic. Superstar.
Mawini Hiroti, with the ball, fantastic. Defensively, terrible. But you take the good with the bad.
You do.
That's with everything.
Yep.
Our two wingers, Rodwell, Stone Street.
Yeah.
Could literally slot into first grade.
Oh, absolutely. Undisputed, especially Stone Street.
Yeah, Sam Stone Street will captain Australia one day. I've been saying that from the
Did you
start.
see some people come out and go, oh, where's this kid been?
Yeah.
Listen to Terry. Occasionally he gets one right.
Oh,
and
whoa.
he's on the ball right here.
Whoa.
Occasionally.
Josh Fanau looks like he could be a player of the future. Young Sam Healy, Mitch's son.
Yeah, he came
Brilliant.
out of nowhere.
Brilliant out of dummy half. Jesse Colehern played on the edge.
Very, very well. Tommy Hazelton.
Yes.
Oh, Tommy Hazelton. I'll tell you what, in terms of putting yourself forward for a top 17 spot, you couldn't have done much more.
Yeah, and I mean, prop is one area where we literally struggle. Now, Braden Hamlin-Uele didn't do anything to cement his spot. I don't think Royce Hunt did anything in the All-Stars game to really cement his spot. Oregon Kafusi came off the bench and destroyed the city of Newcastle from the Central Coast.
He'll be there.
He'll absolutely be there. There's a spot there for Tommy.
Yeah, there is. I think so. He or Williams at this stage, and I'm happy if Williams wants to play a bit of Newtown football.
The way that Jack Williams played that Dale Finucane ball playing role was absolutely sensational. So if you have a look at the depth, take note, Tigers fans, that was actual depth.
Yeah, this is real.
That is real depth, real kids coming through that can actually play football. Now,
it is nice. You should try it.
I was a little bit hesitant going, oh, geez, we had a couple of injuries here or there. What does it look like? What it looks like now is people like Tommy Hazelton, Jesse Colehern, Nwai Peru, Atkinson getting a run. Kale Lero is going to force himself into that team and stay there. Sam Stonestreet will be our captain in like 15 games. I'm telling you, he's that good.
This was very exciting.
Yeah.
Now, there were some people online who were just like, I always feel like I'm the negative one here.
Yeah.
That, oh, we didn't do this and we didn't do this. Okay, you got to add Ronaldo, Kennedy, Talakai,
Katoa.
Ramian,
Moylan.
Nico Hines, Moylan. I think...
Don't say Blake Brayley.
Nakora. I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, well, look, we massively outplayed Newcastle. And as you said, it is Newcastle. But in terms of who took it more seriously, in terms of the players they put on, Newcastle had more first graders because all of ours were playing in the All-Stars. Theirs were in toilet cubicles feeling unwell.
Yeah, we did. When you saw the two lineups there, I thought, at kickoff, I thought, we actually might be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, probably might cop a loss in a trial.
Yeah. Especially when you throw on two Origin props against you. So
the big boys up.
After seeing that there and the way that we handled ourselves, the composure, the heat, had to go against Casey Badger and some questionable calls that she made as well.
And you couldn't help yourself.
I couldn't. She was
fair enough.
terrible.
Hey, I'm not here to argue.
She's
no Todd Smith. That's
no,
for sure.
Come at me. But she was absolutely terrible for a trial game. So I'm glad she got that one out of her system. But I'm feeling really good about it. Third, I'll live with that. But if at the end of the season we're second, I ain't going to be surprised.
No, me neither. The negative coming into the season...
Newtown will be incredible as well.
Oh, Newtown will be real good. And we've got some players outside the top 40 that we'll discuss. Yeah. Just one negative quickly. Jacob Gagan was on for about 4 minutes before getting injured again. I just wish that kid could stay fit. Please, whoever's listening.
Yeah.
Gagan, 1 game's all right.
After 2014, I actually thought that he was going to go ahead and play Origin one day.
Yeah.
His body just literally let him down. Came out, absolutely hammered someone, then got hammered and his leg was done.
And then Gawonski's. Yeah, but the negative coming in the season again is, the thinking that we missed a big bopper.
Yep.
And I agree. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I think we're a forward short. But looks like every player's been doing nothing but eating and lifting weights for the past couple of months. So I think Fitz and the boys know what's doing.
I do think that we are one big bopper short. However, Oregon Kafusi's World Cup, the way that he finished the year for Parramatta, his World Cup, and the way that he just came on, selected violence, and left.
Underdone too, because he was injured in the World Cup. You've got to remember that. And this isn't a bloke with 500 games to his name. He's still a relative rookie.
Yeah.
So to come in and play like that in a new system at a new club, off a short pre-season, is pretty impressive. Hazelton's obviously taken it personally. I reckon Fitz has dangled the carrot and said, "Oi, Tommy, you put on a few kgs, you're getting a run." And Hazelton was like, done. Royce Hunt's eaten an army of cows. Our good mate Paul, your good mate Paul, has come out.
As your mate.
Your mate. Has suggested he's nobody's mate. Nobody loves Paul.
No one likes Paul. Has
come out and said that he's eaten like an army of cows, I think was the quote, or something very ridiculous.
Probably.
He probably has. He looks bigger yet trimmer at the same time. Royce Hunt.
If you can ever do that. Now, Max Bradbury, we got him from Newcastle in the Lachlan Miller trade. Everyone's pointed out his fitness was awful.
He's been in Newcastle.
Exactly right. You have a look at how bad that Newcastle team was from start to finish. Structure, no defence, no stamina. This guy needs another pre-season.
Yeah.
He needs a pre-season under fit. So don't take anything out of that, but he's going to be in Jersey Flegg. And in that time, he's going to be getting flogged every week. He's in our top 30 team now. So he's going to be training. He's going to be around the boys. It wouldn't surprise me every now and then if he went on a road trip. Even if he's not named at 19th man, you just put him in there. He's a player for the future. Look out for him. Josh for now. I love it. But this is a Sam Stonestreet Stan account now.
Look,
I'm all about it.
Fair call. And this may not come as a surprise, but I'm a bit of a Kyle Leary fan myself. Just wish he would get a little bit better in defence. But it'll come. Let's talk some positives, Terry. Outside of Nico Hines, because of course he is, what do you really like about this side?
Well, now I really love the depth. But in saying that as well, like the guys who didn't play, the next day, they're out in the community, they're doing something, they were playing in the wheelchair finals, having a muck around with the kids out there. There's just a feeling about this club now that if 2016 came out of the blue, but this actually feels like we're building towards something.
Agreed.
And I think you can measure success in different ways. Now a lot of people are going to turn around and go, well, if you don't win a premiership, it's a bust. No, because you have a look at Penrith, they didn't just become good overnight. They literally had to change a lot of things. We've had to change a lot of things. We're building towards it. There's a premiership in there. It's just the ride that you're going on now is just going to be absolutely perfect when we get number 2.
Yeah, completely fair. I think the maturity of the club coming out and saying, look, Nicho Hynes, signed a 3-year deal, I believe. So at the end of this year, he will technically be off contract. Every club in the game is going to want to get him. So Fitz has said, nah, not for you. Let's tie him down for life. Let's build, because you mentioned you're a Sharks fan. Everyone says Nicho Hynes. Completely fair. As we said, God is the Nicho Hynes of the Sharks. Brilliant. That wouldn't happen a few years ago. We would have gone, I'm probably getting him for cheaper. If he plays a couple of bad games, then we'll get him. Meanwhile, Manly come along with a truckload of money and steal him from us. I just think the maturity levels change. Everything coming out of the club is positive, and how long has it been since you got that? Even in this ridiculousness of the redacted, we will not talk about it, player thing versus what's his face, the boys are still front and centre of every game. Nicho, obviously, is getting interviewed every opportunity.
But even still, during that game, Blake Brayley was there going, I wish I'd played tonight. I don't know why I'm not playing. I should be playing. And he was at the game.
He was.
The famous quote from Jack Gibson is premiership start at the front office, and we've got it.
Yeah, we do.
It's done. So it'll happen.
Finally. Terry.
Talk to me, Dan.
Before we get into some hot takes, and they're hot this week, let's talk about Zero Tackle's season guide. The, unbiasedly, greatest season guide you'll ever read until next year. Log on to zerotackle.com, season guide's on the front page. 10% off, Terry. Use code OUTLAWS. You will not get that anywhere else in the world.
Best season preview until next year, Dan.
Well, let's do some hot takes, Terry.
Let's do it.
You haven't seen him this week, so they'll be back there if you want to view them.
Okay.
This is from our good mate Tom English, who says, bring back Monday Night Football. It's therapeutic after the first day back at work.
Agreed. Get rid of the 6 o'clock game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, me too. I actually thought there'd be a bit of pushback here. But I agree.
The 6 o'clock game on a Friday, you generally see the Warriors in it because it's 8 o'clock over in New Zealand. Just change the time. Here we are. I'm going to give you, this is how you fix Friday night footy. You kick it off at 7 o'clock. It appeases everybody and we get Monday night footy back. Piss the 6 o'clock game off. I've solved rugby league.
Fair enough.
Done.
Agreed. Good shout. Luke has tweeted, only because it's never happened before, it's a beloved/hated fact. It's true. The Premiers will concede 50 points in a game and break the hoodoo. Do you think the Sharks ever concede 50 points, though?
No, I don't think the Sharks will concede 50 points this year. I don't think Penrith will either.
No.
No, not this year.
Do you think it is a hoodoo or is just one of those things
It's a hoodoo. It's a hoodoo until it's done, and then it'll be 60.
I disagree. Because good teams don't usually cop 50 points.
But in saying this, in 2001, Cronulla beat Newcastle 49-30, and it's as close as we've got to a team conceding 50. So it's a hoodoo.
Okay, fair enough. So,
but it won't happen this year.
No. The Tigers will concede 50, and
and that'll be funny.
So that's the important thing. Now, here we go. A bit of conflicting. I'll give one, then I'll give the other, then I want your thoughts. Matt Burton is a world-class centre in the middle of the park 5'8", and someone says Matt Burton is only a kicker. Oh, I can feel the Bulldogs fans getting ready to hate us. What are your thoughts?
I don't think Matt Burton's a good 5'8". I don't. He's a premiership winner at centre, and he's an origin player at centre, and there's a reason for that. He's not a good 5'8". Like, Jerome Luai is an okay 5'8", and this guy couldn't jump him, and he went to the Bulldogs, and, like, they didn't really do much. They weren't threatening. He's got a huge bomb on him, right?
Bomb, yeah.
Now, you're putting those bombs up, and if Lockie Miller is catching them, what's your next ploy? Because you lost 18-0 that game.
True.
Yep. So what's the next thing you're going to do after you put a bomb on? Matt Burton could be the best centre in the game, but he will never, ever be the best 5'8" in the game, and he will play a rep game at 6, and they'll lose.
Fair enough. I agree to a point. I think he is a world-class centre, and I've said that he'll play there for New South Wales for as long as he's fit and ready to go because he's that good. I think he'll come good-ish this year, and I think when that young kid from the Broncos steps up and they get rid of Kyle Flanagan, then you'll see a complete game for Matt Burton in the six.
Now, this kid here from the Broncos is also a 5'8". So you got two runners of the football, one with a huge bomb on him. No. They actually need a genuine halfback who can create something, pull a rabbit out of a hat, because, as I said, he put up 1,000 bombs at Shark Park, and Lockie Miller, not our first string fullback or our second string fullback, our third string fullback, caught every single one of them, and Canterbury scored 0 points that night. He's not good. If you can't pass the ball to Addo Carr, nothing. Don't rate him.
Fair enough.
Put him
I
in
think,
the centres.
I think he's a little bit better as a 5'8".
Nah.
I think he'll come good. But I have
Jackson
seen...
Hastings of 5'8".
Fair enough. I have seen people come out and say that Burton's the Dally M favourite. I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my life. There's a hot take and a terrible one at that. Moving on. Angry fan. Oh, this will be positive. PJ rather, thanks for the tweet, mate. The Storm will struggle in the forwards, won't make it past week 1 of the finals, and the Bulldogs won't improve. Well, we know where you stand on the Bulldogs. What about the Storm?
I think we've got the Bulldogs at the same point as last year, and the Storm didn't make it past week 1 of the finals in 2022. So this is a literal rebuilding season for the Storm. I don't expect to get past week 1 of the finals either, so we'll give that one a tick.
Yeah, I agree, but I think they're going to be pretty good. That spine is pretty good.
Yeah, they'll be 6th or 7th.
And last but not least, I have a picture of Tom Hazelton on my phone. He's looking gigantic, and I love you, Tom.
Hey all, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Rugby League Outlaws, brought to you by Punctured Media, our good friends at Top Sport, onelittlefootyfan.com.au, and the Stubby Club. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Footy's back.
It is back.
Leave some comments.
Dan and I will be back every week from now on.
We will. Oh, that reminds me, Terry. We've got our annual, for the second year in a row, I think that's a thing now, traditional Mad Monday in reverse. So what will Terry come as this year? What will Dan come as this year? Rugby League, baby.